Greetings, I am Sean Redman, aka the cheesily named Darth Shawn. And this week on Star Wars Rebels, we saw a familiar fan favorite return in Cham Syndulla. Star Wars Homecoming. The return of Cham Syndulla, of Clone Wars and the book Lords of the Sith fame. When they announced Cham was coming back on the trailer, the big trailer, there was a lot of hype for him. I know I saw it and I was really excited. I'm like, yes, we're going to get Cham Syndulla. And as a whole, this episode does deliver. This is a good episode, a very good episode. But it also highlights a lot of the problems that I'm having with Star Wars Rebels right now. They're still doing good episodes, but they just don't feel as connected as I would like them to be. Cham comes back because the rebels are planning to steal this bomber that is above Ryloth, and they need help from the rebels in that area. There's a cell, which is the Free Ryloth movement. If anyone's read Lords of the Sith or watched the Clone Wars, will know what that is. They come to help with the stealing of the bomber, except they see it otherwise, that they see that they need to blow the bomber up. And that's the one time in this where Cham feels like the Cham of old. And that's a problem I have with this episode. I love Cham. I like that he's older. I like things. I feel like he should have been a little more stubborn, because that's the Cham we always know. The Cham in Lord of the Sith spends the entire first couple of chapters consistently saying, a freedom fighter, not a terrorist, not a terrorist, a freedom fighter. He blows stuff up, he attacks, he goes crazy with all of his arsenal to try to kill Vader and the Emperor. And it feels like that Cham would have been more of kind of the anti-hero in this episode. And that comes to the problem with Star Wars Rebels. Because in Clone Wars, or, a lot of things, we had arcs. We had entire 3, 4, 5 episodes to explain everything. Now, sometimes they were with, multiple characters were followed in those arcs and different perspectives, but they told an entire story as they went through these arcs. In Rebels, we aren't getting this. And so, a lot of times the episodes feel short and forced. For example, in this episode, Cham and his followers flip base quickly from their plan to blow it up to let's help everything, all because Hera makes a small speech. Now, this doesn't seem to really work as a whole. Now, it doesn't make it a bad episode. It just feels that the episode is rushed and the episode goes through, that they flip through these things. What would have made this episode so much better is if this was a 2 or 3 episode arc that had Hera and Cham having to go at odds, Cham doing something, then the next episode they coming back together, Cham starting to realize maybe I can work with Hera, and then they finally have an episode where they do work together and they figure it all out. Instead of 3 episodes or 2 episodes where you get near an hour worth of stuff, you cram all of that into 20 minutes. And this is a very complex story that they have here that they dumb down, and that's kind of a problem, and has been a problem with the last few episodes, is they have really, really great stories, but they've been so condensed to such a small format that we don't get the development that I would like to see. Now, despite those complaints about how the episode maybe felt rushed, I still really liked this episode. I liked Cham, even if he was a little different than what I was wanting. I liked the relationship between him and Hera, and that they were at odds. I wanted more of it. That's how much I liked it, is I really wanted more. I wanted to see it built out. I wanted to see them them going to odds, not just hear about it. And I just didn't get a lot of that. But I did like the relationship. I love the growth that we have gotten in Hera, as you see that she is really becoming the leader. I found it quite enjoyable to see Kanan's reactions to Cham, not only as kind of like this idol and this hero from a past, but also as his relationship with Hera, as whatever it is, he feels like he needs to impress Cham. And I really liked that Kanan was kind of the starstruck, but also the make sure I'm perfectly come off as the great guy for the father of this girl. While the other characters like Sabine, Ezra, and Zeb were on the sideline, you had a couple of new side characters in Cham's team, two teammates. And one of them was really cool. It was Numa. If you've watched Clone Wars, Numa was a little Twi'lek who the clones helped, and it was a really emotional and really cute episode that they did in Clone Wars, where they kind of bonded with this little kid, and it's cool to see her as an adult here and helping Cham. That kind of highlights another little problem I had, was how quickly the two teammates turn on Cham, or quickly that Hera makes a speech and they're like, yeah, we're with Hera now, even though it seems like Cham, they would be with Cham through everything, and this would make a whole lot of sense because this would be their goal. So it's a little weird that they did that, but in the end, I really did like the way they used these characters. Numa, it was really great to see Numa back in this, and that just gets highlights. I really like this episode. I just want more. So what do you guys think? Did you like Homecoming? Do you agree with me that maybe the episodes have felt a little rushed recently? I know everyone is excited to get to Old Master Darth Maul and a lot of other stuff, but I wanted Rebels to build to that, and I feel like instead of building, they're just kind of giving us individual episodes. What would you like to see them do next? Let me know in the comments below. As always, like this video, subscribe to the channel. And I am Shawn Redman, aka the cheesily named Darth Shawn. And may the Force be with you. Always.